Okay, today I want to welcome Kareem from Mimosa to the Bazadi podcast. Kareem, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Respect.
So today we want to talk about Mimosa Experience. This ultimate experience, this crop over event, this crop over breakfast party. Well, Kareem, I want you to inform our viewers, our listeners, what is Mimosa?
So Mimosa is basically an all-inclusive, ultra-premium, all-inclusive event that we're holding on Crop Over Fridays. So peak weekend for Crop Over.
Yeah.
If you want to get the weekend started the right way,
Mimosa
is the event to do it with. And obviously Mimosa is a champagne drink with, a fruit blend of some sort, So we figure what a way to kick off the weekend than to do an all-inclusive event, to have some beautiful people in a beautiful location, to have a beautiful time. So yeah, that's Mimosa in a nutshell,
It sounds fantastic to me.
Yeah. We're looking forward to it. So, I want everybody to come out and enjoy themselves, and, definitely gonna push to make sure everybody have a good time.
Yeah, definitely. So how long have you guys been doing Mimosa?
So this is year 2, or the second edition of Mimosa, so to speak. So the first one was last year, of course, and, it was a pet project for a lot of us. Is a group of friends, a bunch of guys, in a WhatsApp group that's talk and enjoy themselves and have a good time, and decided, but we all been friends for a very long time, right? But people just hang around, don't really think about doing anything, productive outside of their own day-to-day work. But we as a team, we like going out, having a good time, meeting people, engaging, so we figured, look, we could do something like this we self. So why not try to put some heads together? A lot of the folks in the group, some have more experience than others in this industry. So we figure, we could bring something different to the table. So we thought, let's create an event.
Yeah, let your powers combine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like superheroes or super friends.
Yeah.
Like the shirt you got on there. I like it. So for those who can't see, he rocking a Marvel t-shirt with some of the Avengers on there. So, I'll call myself the local Bajan Avengers.
Exactly. So second year. So what do you have in store for patrons who might be looking to get to this event? Because we know there are a lot of events on the calendar and what sets Mimosa apart?
Yeah, and the calendar continues to get more and more, I will say, robust.
Yeah, robust, It's hard.
Every year, I can remember as recently as 4 or 5 years ago, I had 3-4 events maybe on a day for a calendar, and now, it's easy to see at least 10 events on any given day. So
definitely,
we just want to make sure we have people come, have a good time. Make sure that we selected a beautiful venue this year, Clifton Hall Great House in St. John, and is the first time an event such as this has been held there. So it's a new venue for people to kind of experience and get to see the scenic view of what's going on for the venue. So plenty of trees, plenty of shade, because we know that morning sun does get hot.
Sun
and where they're in shade, we will create shade via the decor and stuff. So a lot of good things coming. Last year was a learning experience for a lot of us, and luckily we were blessed to be able to pull it off and have a lot of really good positive reviews for the event, from locals and from folks within the region and internationally that came to partner with us and experience the day. So this time around, we're just looking to, create those same commitment levels and make sure that we, don't slip on any avenues, because that's the trick, right? Having that consistency, especially when you grow,
event,
to make sure that the consistency and the service levels remain the same, and everybody still has the same experience that they had the first time around that made them want to come back this year.
Exactly.
So that's the key for us. We're doing this year's Experience Deluxe for us. We throw in a splash of a French theme, and along with a splash of mimosa here and there. Still though, surrounding the Bajan core of what crop over is. So you're going to see some Bajan dishes, but you'll still see some French dishes and cuisines and pastries and stuff, kind of accenting the catering, layout. So
that's what I wanted to get into. I wanted to you know, we're hearing Mimosa. We're hearing that it's ultimate, it's an all-inclusive experience. It's a breakfast fete. I'm sure our listeners want to know, like, what are they getting, you know, in terms of value for money?
Yeah, so I mean, essentially, you know, we batted around the idea of, do we want to do a theme every year? Because it's almost like when you set the precedent, you know, you gotta come fresh every year, and that could get really difficult, you know. But you know, you cross some of those bridges when you get to it. But you know, they're gonna get, obviously, you know, a little bit of the French flair and theme along with the decor and the food layout. But you know, once again, you're still on the tropical island of Barbados, and you know, we're gonna make sure that is also pushed forth. We're partnering with a lot of local vendors and partners as well, to you know, take the event forward. But you know, you're gonna get some great breakfast, you're gonna get some great music, there're gonna be a lot of beautiful people around kind of enjoying the self.
Definitely.
Some really good DJs, you know, we got the Musical and Artist team, we got Bubbles, we got, you know, the Red Bull 3 style champion Puffy. So so you know, we got a good lineup there, and then you know, we're gonna have some pretty solid artists. Lil Rick, who's a legend, you know,
the
of course, Hyper Sounds there too. So you know, people, you get a good balance of the DJ artistry mix where, you know, people can enjoy themselves. So and obviously non-stop champagne, you know, forever. Nobody ain't getting cut off. But if you don't want champagne, they got premium drinks there as well, the vodka, the cognacs, whatever you want to drink. So
excellent. Because you know, you get some events, it'd be champagne events, you get champagne for an hour, 2 hours, and then it's finished.
From start to finish, you know. So if you can handle it, you get the champagne is. Some people, yours, the bubbles is get some people a little lifted early, right?
Easy,
So, but at the end of the day, as much champagne as you want. Veuve Clicquot is, you know, our champagne partner, you know. So good quality champagne, and the rest of the cocktails are gonna be high quality stuff as well, you know. Belvedere, Hennessy, all them things that you wanna drink, if you know, because some of the men, you know, they're gonna want to be too hard to drink champagne. You know, I could drink both. I don't mind having a glass of champagne or mimosa in the morning, and still, you know, go have a glass of Hennessy a little later. You know? But you know, ladies, if the ladies want to come and sip some champagne all day, feel more than welcome.
That sounds fantastic.
Absolutely.
I like the lineup. I like the mix of both DJs. I like the mix of live performances, because I know Hypersong's got an amazing track this year.
You know, he's underrated too, though. You know, because I think when we start to decide who we were gonna pick, and we start to look back on these songs that he had, some of the team was like, oh shoot, I didn't even realize he sang that song. So you know, you're getting more than you realize. You know, when you bring him on stage. So I think he's pretty underrated in my opinion. But as you say, he just dropped one that, you know, sound pretty hard, and
that's good. Man.
You know, there's got them creepers every year that you just be like, all right, you didn't pay attention to this guy, but he coming with a hit. Absolutely,
for sure. I do like the idea of the theme, because then it helps keep an event fresh, and then you can inject it with new stuff. And what I always like about a theme is that you can always band everything together under a theme, and it just brings everything together.
Correct.
And I also like the idea that y'all will mix both the French theme with still have a tropical or Barbadian theme as well. It'll be interesting to see how those crisscross. I
mean, we home, right? So even though the core of the group, you know, half the folks live here in Barbados, half the folks live overseas, but you know, we all still Bajan. So you know, I went to school, secondary and primary school here, and then I graduated, went back to New York where I was born, but my parents Bajan. I grew up here, you know, so this is still home for me, and a lot of the friends within the Mimosa team are people I grew up with. So at the end of the day, this is home, so we don't want that to lose, you know, any potency when we're throwing an event. Even if we put a theme around it, at the core, we still want it to be, you know, Bajan in essence. And even if we, you know, we get to the point where we talk about expansion and go to other parts of the Caribbean or globe, you know, it's key to kind of keep that originality of Barbados. So that's the drive behind making sure we do this, but still keep it connected to home.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So let our listeners know where they could grab their tickets from
So you have options. You can go to TicketPal, do it online. You know, that's the easiest way for most folks.
Easy,
and at this point, I by the time they hear this, hopefully there's still some.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we have limited. We have
true.
limited ticket availability online. But you still have your committee members that you can reach out to. I mean, you follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Mimosa Experience, and you can go and see who your committee members are. Or you can also, we just partner with Sundeck at Lime Grove.
Okay, wow.
So they have, you know, a stash of tickets there that, you know, you can go and purchase if you would like. So that's, you know, once again, they have a limited stash. So, you know, if folks go and get theirs from Sundeck and Lime Grove, that would be good for them as well. But yeah, those are our avenues. So TicketPal, Sundeck, committee members, you know, going fast. So those are the options, you know, for folks to partner and come in and have a good time with us.
Yeah. Any special surprises that y'all might have in store? Something you're keeping under your hat? Anything like that?
Well, you know, we've come up with a lot of ideas of things we would like to try. You know, some don't seem feasible. Some like, all right, yeah, we could try that.
Yeah.
So I think last year, you know, we talked about artists, but we didn't necessarily let people know until the very last minute who the artist was, right? So Ram came in the game late. So, you know, that was kind of a surprise before event, but right before the event. So whereas, you know, so anything is possible, you know, we want to keep things fresh and we want to keep things exciting. We want to keep the patrons engaged. So, you know, I wouldn't put anything out of the realm of possibility, you know? So you might see something crazy happen at the event. Last year we went on stage with a huge Magnum bottle of champagne.
I saw
spray everybody
afterwards. I was like,
pour some. So, you know, it's funny because the bartender that went up there, like he was scared to pop it because it was so big, right? So he don't worry about the recoil or something, like if it was a shotgun. So but yeah, you never know. And you know, we want to be spontaneous too at the same time. So, you know, we just, you know, we ain't trying to be, it's nice, sophisticated event, you know, but we ain't trying to be rigid.
Right, exactly.
You know,
you don't try, you know, like,
we feel like we got a good blend of, you know, mature individuals, but at the same time, because mostly fellas in the group, we in the middle, right? So, you know, we on either side, we right in between the more mature crowd, you know, and still the younger crowd that gonna bring a lot of vibes and energy to the event. So, you know, it is a good generational synergy that we're trying to create when we have the event. Because we don't want it to be too stush. Like if you look at some of the videos from last year, have people with the shirt off, you know, enjoying themselves, having a good time, right? So, you know, and there ain't wrong with that. Enjoy yourself, come out, have a good time, and you know, that's what we're looking for.
That's true. That's what it truly. This in the venue alone, because Clifton Hall had been up there
right
once or twice.
Because I think they used to do weddings or something like that on the kid, right?
The performances there.
Okay. Yeah,
it's fantastic. So that alone has me so excited. Like, okay, wow, So then looking forward to see, and that's in its raw state to see when y'all transform it.
Exactly.
Then what state y'all would carry it to, and then you have the event.
And we got some talented individuals working with us that brought on some folks that do some really good job with decor. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do to create this ambiance, you know, around the venue itself. But the venue on its own is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So now we just got to add touches to kind of enhance what's already there, you know. And I'm looking forward to see what it looks like, because I don't know yet. The day before, because last year where we were at, I was there all day the day before, and you still can see it, you know, at night now. Because this is obviously starting at 4 a.m, so it's dark. You're not really seeing how the completed work looks until the sun rises, and then you're like, you know what, this looking real good. Yeah, so it'll be a surprise, you know, for me, and I'm sure a lot of folks on the team as well, how it's gonna actually look when it's finally done. But you know, we expect good things.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, expect good things. Looking forward to seeing it. You wanna give a shout out again to any sponsors, any people who are involved in the event?
So I mean,
a lot of hands go on to that.
It's a lot of hands, and I'll forget some people, but we'll always, you know, make sure we shout out partners and sponsors and talent. And like I said, Rick, Hyper Sounds, you know, they're gonna be with us, so that we appreciate them coming on board. I mean, a lot of the team that we're working with. T-Boo, Ian, Bex, you know, Lard, you know, Droop, Dre, Shane, Steve, like, you know, a lot of the core team that just doing a lot of big things with us. Obviously, Verve Clico, Champagne, sponsor big, right? Because that's the theme behind the event, right? Hennessy, Belvedere, like I said. Who else am I forgetting? Purity, Wabisco. So, you know, the DJs, the Musical, Puffy, Artiste, Bubbles, you know, so a lot of folks that really have a hand in kind of making things come to what they, you know, to be what it is. Shauna, who did a lot of work for us on the marketing end, you know, and the social media aspect of things, you know, helped a ton.
The social media, listen, it's been clean, it's been consistent, it's been straightforward. Like, I hope any other brands who are listening could take a page out of your book, because it's been straightforward, it's been to the point, it's always been a consistent message throughout. And we've seen other brands go haywire during crop over and watching and say, wow, but
thank you. I think last year we were that, you know, because we didn't really have a clear focus and we're new at this, right? Exactly. So, new, and I think what was realized in our post-mortem last year was that, you know what, we need to do a better job of seeing how we can create a more consistent message on social media. Obviously, those platforms of Instagram and Facebook are huge, right? And, you know, a lot of the folks that, you know, will be coming to our event are active on both of those platforms. So, you know, what better way to engage your fans and make sure you're staying visible and current in front of them than creating that. But it's got to be seamless, and it's got to be efficient, and it's got to be straightforward, you know, not all over the place, you know, without any strategy behind it. So, you know, and we don't want to get too complacent where we're not staying engaged, you know, because that would be the one thing that, you know, can often be the death of an event, right? You get complacent and you think you don't need your people anymore, and then, you know, you stop engaging with them, or you stop, you know, trying to create something new that's going to pull them to the event. And for us, it's a challenge as a promoter and you know, as an event planner, but you know what, that's our task. You know, and we got to create that for the people coming to enjoy themselves. So absolutely,
I give you kudos. You got your head on, you know, you started out, and then you've evolved now into something far more advanced, you know, and then you're looking forward again to evolve once again. Over 2018 or wherever it is that you decide to go through the weekend.
I mean, because like I said, we're all friends, and we party for a long time, and we've gone to a lot of events, and we've seen folks do it right, and we've seen folks not do it so well, you know. So, you know, the trick for us is to kind of take the best of what people were doing, add our own flair and touch to it, and, you know, just try to stay away from the potholes that can cause. We know about potholes here, right? So just try to stay away from the potholes that, you know, could cause you some kind of issue, you know, and hurt your brand or your event. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if I forgot any, you know, any partners. You know, as you know, there's so many people that play a role in the event. You know, I mean, you guys at Bazo D, you know, for you know, probably unknowingly just creates a partnership from a platform standpoint. You know, when you guys put out the top 10 list of events to do for Crop Over, and we were right at the top, like we were like, whoa, awesome, like shout you out, tag you, you know, like appreciate the love, you know. So, you know, everybody, you know, in the platform of media, you know, that kind of recognizes what we're trying to do, and acknowledges, you know, the buzz behind the event itself. You know, we greatly appreciate it, and, you know, to try to continue to develop and nurture those partnerships is going to be key for us.
That's true. Yeah, we gave you all the shout out because Lady Bajan said you gotta give Jack his jacket, because you know, when you have a consistent event and then people will turn to us and ask us what events do we recommend, and then we always look at events from how we would be as a consumer from that perspective. It's like, okay, well, this event, I know I could get bang for money, and, you know, it's been a good event, it's been consistent, it got great reviews, you know. It's going on, it's still on a clear path going forward. So and that's why this is the way that we chose the events that we would list like that. Some you will have one good year, and then the other year is be crazy, and then next year is crazy, and then it's a good year, and it's too much. We like stable, consistent events.
So another thing too, in the world of sports, they got this thing called the sophomore slump, right?
Yeah, like, exactly. Sophomore
slump. The rookie come in and he had a big year, so a lot of the crew is athlete junkies and sports junkies. So we're like, all right, we staying on top of these things.
Yeah.
That's not something we're gonna even envision at all. Like to make sure those things don't happen, because what happens? How do you avoid the sophomore slump? You go in the gym, you work hard.
Yeah.
You get on the pitch, you put in some extra reps, and and that's how you stay consistent. So to make sure that we hitting all the checklist points, to make sure we're not missing anything is how we stay on top of the game, if at all possible, and then even next year grow even more, so
even bigger. Exactly, because then you learn from this year the same way you learn from last year, and then you decide something new for next year, you go somewhere else.
Correct. But for us, is even if we grow, is the consistency in delivering the service and the quality of the event for the folks that came last year, are looking forward to it this year, because they had some folks last year that are like, oh, we love this event, don't grow, just keep it just like this. And I'm like, come on, it's a business. It's a fine line. Yeah. You gotta find that balance, right? But what I will promise them is that, look, we will make every effort to make sure that we're keeping the quality the same. No backups on the food line. The bar readily available for you to go and get drinks. So we keep the crowd intimate still. By how we lay out the venue itself. So. We've thought of every possible thing, and we'll make every concerted effort to make sure everybody has a good time when they come.
Well, that is fantastic. That's exactly what we want to hear, and that's exactly what patrons would want to hear. Because from a standpoint, you're like, you listen, this is a new brand, you want to get into it. Like, this information is what you want to know from a brand. Yeah,
absolutely. So, the buzz has been going around post-event last year. I mean, I popped over to Trinidad and I hear people talking about it, and, you go to other, whether it's Miami or New York, like people in certain pockets, they're like, crop over, mimosa. Yeah. So, it's that just means something is happening right. And we just got to make sure it continues to happen the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, high quality, consistent, all inclusives are hard to do. So you got, like I said, give jacket.
And not only that, like to your point earlier, you don't want it to be too stush.
Right. Yeah.
So you gotta have, people like to dress up and look nice, but you still want people to be able to feel like they could cut loose and have a good time and walk up stink on saying, and do bad and enjoy themselves and not worry about, people looking at them funny or, but we definitely look forward to the locals and the regionals and the internationals coming in and spending a few hours with us on crop over weekend, Friday morning. What better way to kickstart the weekend than Friday morning? Because I know some people got to work and thing, but do a little ducking like Father Fox.
Exactly,
when you could pop in the event, and say you're getting into work late.
Early, exactly. They'll be a little late today,
or call in a little sick. Most people, they call in sick thing don't work for one the other day, but it's Friday, like
you can start there, exactly.
So, but it should be a good time. It should be a good time.
Definitely. All right. Once again, give us your social media handles so people can know where they could go to check out any more information that we want to know about Mimosa.
Mimosa Experience, Instagram, Facebook, follow us. We've grown significantly over the last few months, with some big buzz from last year and getting things ramped up for this year. And, you can get all your information on there, payment options, committee members, locations where you could go and pick up your tickets. And, any of the other stuff that we have going on social media, a couple of things coming down the pike on social media before the event itself. So look out for that and follow us, and you should have some cool stuff. That's definitely something that, you folks will probably get a nice surprise from social media as well. So
fantastic. Well, cool social media. Happening. That's the venue here. That's the spot.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Kareem, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for coming through.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. I mean, once again, thanks to Basil D Mag for supporting us and showing us love. And look, we're here to partner with you guys, always moving forward, and you guys are doing really good things. And when we go through our media list of folks who need to be engaged and be a part of it, you guys are right on there. So and we're looking for folks that are on the same train of thought as we are, and trying to create a good, consistent product.
Yeah.
And Basel D Mag is doing that. So thank you for the support and the time here. Awesome.
Definitely. No problem, bro.
Respect.